Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Richard Miner. I'm the Graduate Engagement Officer at One Spirit Learning Alliance in New York City. And today I have the great pleasure of being here with Reverend Abigail Jefferson, who is a graduate of our seminary from 2017. Abigail, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. And by the way, I wanted to say that my spiritual name is Ianifa Ifatola.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. Uh, Abigail, I wanted to talk to you because you have recently taken on an exciting new position. You are the program coordinator for Lifetime Arts, which is an amazing position that we're going to talk a little bit more about in a few minutes. But before that, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you to One Spirit?
In 2001, I was initiated into the Ifa tradition in Oyo, Nigeria. And once I was initiated, I felt the divine of Oludumare inside of myself. And I wanted to be able to bring that out into the world to share the Yoruba tradition with others. I am also an artist, I'm a storyteller, and I'm also a dancer. And I've always used my artistry in my ministry. I heard about One Spirit, and I've always wanted to combine and to unite the spirituality with my creativity. And so therefore I was told that I would be able to do that at One Spirit. And so once I got there, I started to find out about so many other traditions that I also felt very connected to. And so I was able to go around and visit other cultural sites, other religious centers, and to explore so many different faith traditions, and to also introduce the tradition that I was also working with, which was Ifa. And I could see that we had so much in common. And so those were one of the wonderful things about being at One Spirit, was to be able to see, to be able to embrace, and to be able to also bring my faith tradition there as well.
That's wonderful. How did the 2 years of seminary impact your life?
It provided me an opportunity to reflect, to be able to see that even though there are so many of us who are practitioners of many faith traditions, and oftentimes we feel like we're moving in a lot of different directions, but being at One Spirit helped me to see that ultimately we're all moving in the same direction, that although we might be on different roads, that all those different roads are actually leading to the one, and the one being the divine, the one that's in the center, that those roads are leading to the same place, and that is to the divinity that is within, that is to the creator that has created us all. And I would say that that was the most impactful piece of information and experience that I felt in being at One Spirit.
That's wonderful. Can you tell me about your ministry now and what drew you to it?
I am now working at Lifetime Arts, which is working with older adults, 55 plus, and bringing my ministry of from that I've received from being at One Spirit, of interfaith, into spirituality, as well as the arts, and also helping the older adults to see that they are not by themselves. Because oftentimes, when you are when you reach a certain age, you feel very, very isolated, and so therefore the arts as well as spirituality actually helps to bring us together, helps to keep us socialized, to keep us from feeling isolated. And through the arts, you're able to actually develop a skill. And the hope is that you're also able to connect with your divine within as well.
That's really amazing. What have been the greatest challenges in your work?
I would say that looking at so much that's going on in our world today around racism, sexism, ageism, is to be able to bring my ministry forward, to be able to speak out against, and also to bring awareness to these isms as well. And through my ministry, it is the hope that I would be able to bring about positive transformation, positive change.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful. Abigail, so with all this wonderful experience that you've had, what's next for you? What are you up to now?
I'm hoping to move beyond the borders of New York City and to bring my storytelling tradition to many places, to many communities, to schools, to prisons, to congregations. I've just started teaching a comedic yoga class, and I'm actually doing here in New York City at a bookstore around the corner from where I live. So I'm introducing that particular tradition, bringing meditation, but I would also like to bring it outside of New York. And if possible, like to bring it to congregations as well.
That's really wonderful. Abigail, you have an amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. And thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today. It's been a real pleasure. And I will very much look forward to seeing you at One Spirit.
Thank you.